Hello, this is Sean, aka Hyroa 1969, and I just want to show you how I do a vinyl decal. It's pretty easy for me. I mean, it took a little bit of time to get the hang of everything. It took some time to get the understanding of the programs and how everything works. But in this video, I'm going to show you how I do it from start to finish. First thing that you have to do is you have to know what you want. That's the main important thing. If you don't know what you want, you're going to be spending a lot of time wasting time. So rule number one, make sure you have what you have in mind. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm not actually making a sticker as much as I am a stencil right now for a customer of mine. Boston Red Sox, fan cave, authorized personnel only. It's going on a mirror. And he's going to etch it all in, make it all nice and pretty. And one thing here I've noticed is that I like to get the Boston Red Sox a little bit larger. So I'm going to uncompound that, throw that off to the side. And keep that proportional. Actually, we don't even have to. We'll just make this right here a little bit smaller. Okay, I'm going to tap this upwards. Let's see where we're sitting here. Nope. Bring it down a little bit. There. We're going to make sure everything is centered by hitting Control 7. And we're good there. Okay, we're going to select our big box over here. This is going to be our border. We're going to hit Control 5, and that brings everything directly to the center. We're going to highlight the whole thing here, and we're going to hit Combine and Compound, and see how that looks. Alright. The authorized personnel, I guess, could be a little bit smaller. So we're going to right now, we're going to leave the proportional clicked. That way it all pretty much stays the same proportion. We're going to shrink it down just a little bit. And we're going to hit Control 7. Oh, I'm sorry, we're going to select and then hit Control 7 just to make sure that we stayed absolutely centered. Okay, everything is still centered, so that's good. It's always a good habit to get into here. Okay, I'm going to set that directly in the middle again with Control 5. I'm going to go to Combined and Compound. Everything that you see in the red is everything that your plotter is going to cut. So remember that. Sometimes the program may be a little tiny bit glitchy, and like it may show like a black area that wasn't there before, or it may stretch out something, but what really matters is you just pay attention to your red lines, and that is your cut line. Once we have everything set there, we're going to check our size here. This is our Design Central tool. 34 1/4 by 15. Alright. Then we're going to go up to File. And we're going to go to Cut Plot, because we're already happy with that. And it's going to open up Production Manager. You want to leave that open, don't close it. And here we go. This is the cut plot window. Oh, sorry. Here, this is how I prefer it usually. We are working with a 24-inch roll, so we're going to just click that right there. And I was making shirts earlier, so you want to make sure that you are flipped to the right direction there. If you're making smaller stickers, you want to try to save as much vinyl as you can. So you're going to select this little guy right here, and you're going to stand him up. And what that does is it brings the image horizontally instead of vertically. But with this, because it's so long, we're going to go vertical. And we hit Send, and it sends it right to the vinyl machine. And I'll show you right now exactly how the vinyl machine works. Now that we've established what the graphic is going to look like, what I do here is I load the vinyl into the machine. And the color that we chose today is going to be red. Now what I'm doing is I just want to make sure that the vinyl itself is lined up and that it's not going to wrinkle up or feel any jams or anything like that. So I just kind of feed it through a little bit just to make sure that it's on there straight. You don't want to be wasting any type of vinyl or anything. And now the vinyl cutter is just going to do its thing, and it's going to cut. It's going to cut only through the first layer of the vinyl. It's not going to cut into the paper. And while it's doing that, I'm just going to take a little break here and just let the machine do the work. For the next step here, what I have to do left is I like to save a little bit of vinyl. That's why you see me kind of cut it down and down into 2 strips. We could save that little piece of red vinyl for something else later on, maybe like a window sticker or whatever anybody else may need with it or whatever I may need with it. And then just running my blade right along the blade guide to cut it off, and then we're going to take it over here to the table and show you how to weed it out. Necessary tools that you're going to need is the razor blade and the tweezers. You want to get a nice, good quality, fine tweezers. You don't want to use some cheap crap ones that you only paid like 25 cents for. You want something that's decent, that's going to hold up, because you want to use it over and over again. First part here that I peel out is the known as the weed border. This right here, it's pretty much just a border around the whole entire sticker, separating the waste from the actual graphic itself. Now, because this is a stencil, we're doing it backwards. Pulling out the insides, where usually you would pull out the outsides. You would leave the insides if you wanted to do it as a sticker. But for today, we're doing a stencil. And that's why it kind of seems like it's a little backwards, but you'll see the end result of it. It'll look really nice. Now at this point, it is time to tape off your work. And what I'm using here is I'm using 12-inch transfer tape. Pretty much you just want to stretch it out a little bit, set it over the top of the graphic, nice. If it touches like that, there's no need to panic. Don't be afraid of the vinyl, just pull it up. What I like to do is I like to set it down in place first. I like to ensure that there's no uneven tension. You want to keep even, steady tension throughout the whole piece of transfer tape. What I like to kind of do is I like to start from the middle with my squeegee. And I like to work my way from the middle out. And I like to tape the graphic actually to the table as I work. That way it just kind of ensures that it's going to be a solid, steady graphic. It's not going to slide around the table, and I'm not going to worry about wrinkles or air or anything like that. Now what I'm going to go to get is I'm going to go get a piece of 6-inch tape here, just to finish off what's left here on the bottom. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to use overlapping tape, transfer tape, I should say. As long as you know how to work with it, you're not going to have any problems with it. Just make sure to overlay it correctly and not too much. And now finally here for the end is just trimming. Just take a razor blade, feel for the vinyl underneath it. Use that feeling of the vinyl as your guide. It took years of practice to actually get this down packed, but I can cut pretty well right up against the vinyl myself and just using the vinyl as a guide. Making sure not to undercut or overcut. I like to keep my transfer tape and my vinyl together nice and tight. And then afterwards, you just throw away the excess, separate and throw away the excess. Oh, there you have it. Fan cave all done. Make sure to please like, subscribe, High Rolla 1969 on YouTube. Make sure to share, comment, even if it's you're trolling me. It's cool. Well, thank you for watching.